Welcome back to Warthon and welcome to the 1.75 dev server, and today I want to present you all the vehicles in a very quick and brief overview, and at the end of course I will talk about the French tanks in a nutshell, what I think about them in a very brief manner, and I hope I can make it really short. Now a lot of the vehicles that get introduced are sometimes really interesting, especially where they stand. So let's begin with the 84 Skyraider for the Americans. First of all, it's about damn time after the French got this plane, and I will have fun with it as a fighter. The funny thing is, why does it have a battle rating of 6.0 when the French is 5.7? You know, it's the dev server, everything is subject to change, so we'll see. F3D1, a new American jet at a battle rating of 8.0. First of all, 8.0, yeah. Preview, it looks cool, I have to say it. I have to give it that, especially the nose looks relatively modern. Modification, we have simple 1-strike or maybe 2-strike capabilities. A lot of ammunition for the 20mm, your usual NM3 cannon, so stock grind, hooray! And in a nutshell, that's nearly it for the Americans. We just get 2 additional low-tier planes that I guess are not that much of interest. Tank-wise, the Americans get nothing. The entire German nation gets nothing new, and as far as I can see, no battle rating change to the big light panzer, so we will see how it goes. Again, dev server. Aviation, nothing. For the Soviets, aviation, we get the Yak-2, and this is a 2.3 battle rating heavy fighter, a bit like a Bf-110, and a few 100 kilogram bombs, so interesting, nothing to write home about. Same for the Yak-4, that is in a different line, but is also some sort of bomber, medium bomber, light bomber. Yeah, light bomber. Looks a bit more modern, but again, nothing too special, just annoying to grind, I guess. And then we also have another jet, this time the Yak-23. Battle rating 7.3 now. That is interesting, and then it looks really cool. I have to say I love the look of it. It looks like a roadster car, a roadster, McLaren SLR stylish, kind of, for a jet. You know what I mean. Or if you don't, look it up. So 2 23mm cannons with a 180 round magazine capacity for both of them, and that's 50% more than the Yak-17. So again, something for specialists, nothing really highly competitive, I guess. That's my best guess. We will see how it really works out. Then there are the British, again a low tier plane that I don't think is that interesting, nothing special. 1.3, yeah, and then there's the Whirlwind Mark 1. Now here it gets interesting. It comes after the Beaufighter Mark 21, and it's rank 3, but the 3 planes afterwards have lower battle rating, and there is a big gap to the Hornet, which I like. But the Whirlwind, let's have a quick look at it, because modification wise it has no bombs or rockets, and then let's have a preview of it. Now first of all, I really love the look of it. Looks cool. Now look at the armament. 4 20mm Hispano Mark 1s at battle rating 5.0. And just 240 rounds for 4 cannons. Yeah, you better aim good with this thing. So that's gonna be interesting. And plane wise, that's it for the British. Army wise, nothing. For the Japanese, army wise, as far as I can say, nothing. Aviation, well, we have another glorious D4Y1. Why? That's the only question. Please, Gaijin, put it in a folder and reduce an unnecessary grind. That's all I'm gonna say. The D4Y2 is kind of interesting with the low tier rockets. You have 2 launchers. It's a bit derpy. I love to hunt down enemy bombers with it from time to time, or at least I did in the spading process. The first one brings nothing new. It's just a battle rating saturation 2.7, 3.0, 3.3, just a single bomb drop. It's yeah, and that's about it for Japan. No changes. And Italy gets a whole variety of nothing, both for planes and tanks. And then we come to France, and they get 4 new planes. So everything at rank 1. And I don't think that they are in any way, shape or form special. Yeah, they have their 404 balanced not found cannons. Yeah, I guess I will spade them in the first day in arcade, so yeah. Oh, that actually got a turret, but the bomb load will be kind of, yeah, nothing special. And that's it for the French planes. And then we come to the tanks. And here it gets interesting. We have already 4 premiums, one at tier 1. You can buy it for gold. It's low price with a discount on the dev server. I paid under 100 gold needles, so it's just a collector's item, I guess. Then we have 3 bundle tanks for each tier, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. B1 Terre, yeah, looks derpy, but that's about it. M4A1 FL10, this is where it gets interesting. M4 Sherman hull with an oscillating MX turret, I guess. So interesting, the penetration 168 millimeters for a solid shot. This is gonna be an anthem for the French, I guess. But for 4.7, it feels a little bit like the Firefly for the British. When I look at it, when I look at the stats roughly. Then the MX-13 SS11. Let's have a preview at this tank. And so first of all, it's an autoloader. As far as I can guess, 12 rounds. So you can reload 2 times, so 3 full rounds or 3 full belts. With 45 seconds reload between them, that's around about KB2 reload. And what you can drop to it with crew skills, that's my best guess. But between the rounds is 3 seconds. So again, solid shot. But then we have 4 SS11 rockets at 6.7. You guessed it, no armor, small tank. I mean, you can hope to bounce sometimes some SPA rounds that come in your direction. At best, yeah, it's like a diet version of the Stridswagen 81, ammunition literally everywhere. So those are double drums, interesting. SS11, so more ATGM premium balance. Yeah, how this will play out, we will see. Have I shown the solid shot? Yeah, we have at best 180, so you cannot even penetrate a Tiger 2 from the front with your gun. But then you have 4 rockets. We will see how it goes. Yeah, for the entire French tank line, the first tier 2s don't look very interesting, aside from the SAL 40, then also the M10, and I think this is one of the few tanks with APHE, your good American 76mm gun. I like it, 3.7. Slow turret rotation speed, if I can recall it. Yeah, oh, that's awful. But the rest is not too bad about it. I think I remember actually liking it. Then M4A1, standard American tank. I kind of think I will like it. Again, 75mm gun, and you have the full option including the smoke and APHE shell. So yeah, again, I think the highlight of the French tanks follows the trend of the planes, with focusing a bit on the American based Sherman, or the American Sherman as a base, and working around it. Then we have here the Autoloader, I guess. No, that's not MX-13 FL11 at 3.3. Is it an Autoloader? I don't think so. Not very convincing. we will see how it goes. Lorraine 40T at 6.3 penetration, so roughly like a stock 20 pounder, but the tank looks cool, I have to say it. It has also a auto-loading mechanism. How much rounds that there are in the magazine, I have no idea. I guess 7 if we count here this drum as the autoloader. That's my best guess. A lot of ammunition in the tank. The armor is bouncy but not thick, so I wouldn't rely on it. Turret is the weak spot. How this will work out in game with the oscillating turrets will be interesting. That's all that I can recall here. How their mobility will work out, yeah, we will see. Then also the MX-50 Foch at 7.7 and the MX-50 Surbasset, I guess this is how you pronounce it, have both 120mm guns. But the MX Foch has 19.4 second reload, so around about 15-ish, 15.4. Fully upgraded for an A screw, I guess. And then the MX-50 Surbasset has an autoloader. I have no idea how many rounds that there are in this tank, but let's have a look. Let's have a preview. It looks really derpy. It's a pre-made derp face for all you customizers out there, you know. Let it rip. The armor, again, very bouncy, but lower plate, and you have fun here. This part, have fun. Long 88, the armor will not be really the strength of this tank, although there is an overlap, so that can cause some non-penetrations. Reload for the clip is 50 seconds. That's like E1 Waffenträger of E100 Wall of Tanks reload time, so long. 8 shots per minute, so that's 7.5 seconds reload. Let's have a look at the interior. How many rounds are those? Those are 9, 18. That's quite a lot. 19 rounds in an autoloader. Is that it? Wow. If this is true, then this is gonna be a monster, because the ammunition, well, the high explosive. Do you recall 39mm of penetration for a 120mm shell? M103? Yeah, so it's the solid shot. It's practically copy-paste, and I have no problems with that. 7.7, it's practically a bit more mobile M103, I guess. We will see how it works out, but I will be really interested in this thing, how this works out. And currently that seems to be the end of the line for the French. Furthermore, we have the MX-30B2. This looks really cool. Preview. We have here a 105C N105 F1 cannon. It looks really cool. Let's look at this. It looks like a dope Leopard. That's all I'm gonna say. I really love the look of the barrel, and again the level of detail to the entirety of the tank. Armor, well, it's actually not paper. It's not monstrously thick. I guess a Panzer IV can try his luck at certain parts. How the overlay will work out, we will have to see, but there are thin parts of the armor. So the turret is not, it's a bit like STB-1, I guess. Battle rating 8.7, mobility not even exceeding 20 horsepower per ton, so we'll see how this works out. Yeah, modification, we have heat shells, 360mm penetration, HE, surprisingly strong for a 105mm gun, and of course we have AP FSDS with 442mm of penetration with 1500 meters per second must. This is gonna be interesting, and we have a 20mm gun as backup. So where is that? Is this the yeah, that's the 20mm. Is this the yeah, that's the 20mm. This tank will be interesting. I call it right here. This tank gonna be interesting. But that's not it. We MX-30 1972 at 7.7. This tank can face Tiger IIs. Gaijin, you know that there are 40 years between the development time? I must be silent, otherwise I'm called a wearaboo, you know, all the good stuff. God. Some of the high tier tanks I've just seen in World of Tanks and follow it in videos, but this gonna be good. Yeah. Then MX-1390, again an autoloader, 45-second reload for the entire clip. So again, KV2 reload, 12 shots for a 90mm. Let's have a look at the ammunition. Heat, 320mm. HE and smoke should be rather useless for this kind of reload, but maybe if you play it in a squad with special smoke up tactics to go into certain situations, one smokes up the other and the other one then fires at the enemies that try to kill the one that tries to smoke up. So weird, that's all I'm gonna say. 3 seconds between the shots, and then we have an AMX 13 hot. Oh yeah, 800mm at 9.0 with a turret, and you also have an auto-loading gun as backup, primary gun. We will see how it works out, but with my recent experience with the Begleitpanzer, interesting. I mean, really interesting. So the advantage that I can immediately see is that the rockets actually elevate with the gun barrel, but a bit more. So they will not fire directly into the ground. And this is an advantage, and I don't think that you have to reload them except if you are in a capture zone. So how it actually will compare to the Begleitpanzer at 8.7, you know, we will see how it goes. That's all I'm going to say. And then there is a new modification, and we can actually see it here on this as well. It goes for the majority of light tanks, but especially for high tier, as far as I can recall, airstrike. That is for arcade, so that you can join another air battle that's currently going on or parallel to it. And in RB, you actually can lower the spawn point requirements for aircraft, for the case that you spot somebody that gets later on destroyed. So interesting mechanic. We will see how it works out. And then improved optics, and here is something that I have no idea how this should work. Is this again more or less for arcade? Increases the opponent's detection radius. There is something called visibility in the statistics for arcade, especially if we go here, visibility is 78% for this tank. Of course, the bigger the tank gets, the more or the higher the visibility is. If you look at the mouse, we have a visibility of 250%, and the 100 has 180%. Raketenjagdpanzer 70%, Begleitpanzer 88%. So that's gonna be an interesting feature. How it will work out, we'll have to see. Again, this is the dev server. Everything is subject to change. Currently, I have no access to the French tanks, which I'd love to have, but maybe this will come. So yeah, we will see how it goes. That's it for me today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you didn't mind this brief overlook. Let me know if this has satisfied your most interesting questions or the stuff that you are mostly interested in. and if I should do more of dev server stuff. Let me know in the comment section. Again, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if it did. Subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll see each other in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.